Good day, everyone. I am Erica M. Galas, one of the reporter for today. After knowing what curriculum implementation is and the different curriculum workers, let us now learn about the levels of curriculum implementation. To ensure the smooth implementation of the curriculum, each department or Ministry of Education in any country has established the system that will take charge of the whole work planning, development, implementation, and evaluation of the curriculum. Integrated in this system are the workers. Here in the Philippines, our system of education follows a centralized system of curriculum development and implementation that is divided into 5 levels. These are the national, regional, division, district, and school level. The Republic Act 9155, also known as the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, Chapter 1, Section 7, defines the function of each level as follows. First is the national level. Through the leadership of Secretary of Education, Undersecretary, Assistant Secretaries, and different bureau officers are responsible for the following. First, for formulating national educational policies, one of the national educational policy is the implementation of K-12 to expand the access and ensuring that more Filipinos receive a decent basic education as a means of reducing poverty and improving national competitiveness. Second is formulating a national basic educational plan that has a goal to provide them with the skills, knowledge, and values they need to become caring, self-reliant, productive, and patriotic citizens. Third, promulgating national educational standard. It means providing a framework for teachers, administrators, and policymakers in designing or selecting curricula, allocating instructional resources, and assessing students' achievement and progress. Importantly, the standards also provides the students, families, and communities with concrete expectations for health education. Fourth, monitoring and assessing national learning outcomes. Fifth, undertaking national educational research and studies. Sixth, enhancing the employment start, professional competence, and working condition of all personnel of the department. Lastly, enhancing the total development of learners through local and national program and projects. From national level, it goes down to regional level. Consistent with national educational policies, plans, and standards, the regional office under the regional director shall be responsible for the following. First, by defining a regional educational policy framework which reflects the values, needs, and expectations of the communities they serve. Second, developing a regional basic education plan. Third, developing regional educational standards with a view toward benchmarking for international competitiveness. Fourth, monitoring, evaluating, and assessing regional learning outcomes. Sixth, undertaking research project and developing and managing region-wide projects which may be funded through official development assistance and or other funding agencies. Seventh, ensuring strict compliance with prescribed national criteria for the requirement, selection, and training of all staff in the region and divisions. 8. Formulating in the coordination with the Regional Development Council the budget to support the regional educational plan, which shall take into account the educational plans of the divisions and districts. 9. Determining the organization component of the divisions and districts and approving the proposed staffing patterns of all employees in divisions and districts. 10. Hiring, placing, and evaluating all employees in the regional office except for the position of Assistant Director. 11. Evaluating all school division superintendent and assistant division superintendent in the region. 12. Planning and managing the effective and efficient use of all personnel, physical and fiscal resources of the regional office, including professional staff development. 13. Managing the database and management information system of the regions. And lastly, approving the establishment of public and private elementary and high schools and learning centers. Let's move on to the division level. A division consists of a province or a city, consistent with the national educational policies, plans, and standards. The division level, through the leadership of the division superintendent, shall be responsible for the following. First, developing and implementing division education development plans. In this effort to make the education more relevant to the needs of local communities, the Department of Education has instituted a local planning process on the division level to produce what is called Division Education Development Plan or DEDP. DepEd documents describe the DEDP as the main vehicle through the division can effectively and efficiently manage education services in the province or city. Second, planning and managing the effective and efficient use of all personnel, physical and visual resources of the division, including the professional staff and development. Fourth, hiring, placing, and evaluating all division supervisors and school district supervisors, as well as all employees in the division, both teaching and non-teaching personnel, including school heads, except for the assistant division superintendent. Fourth, monitoring the utilization of funds provided by the national government and the local government units to the school and learning center. Fifth, ensuring quality of compliance standard for basic education programs, and for this purpose is strengthening the role of division supervisors as subject area specialists. 6. Promoting awareness of and adherence by all schools and learning centers to accreditation standards prescribed by the Secretary of Education. And lastly, supervising the operations of all public and private elementary, secondary, and integrated schools and learning centers. At ginagawa nila ito para ma-monitor kung effective ba yung way ng teacher sa pagtuturo sa mga students nila or kung natututo ba yung mga students nila sa mga strategies or concept na ginagamit ng teachers. Kadalasan nating napapansin to nung elementary, lalo na kapag darating nga yung mga taga-divisions. Lahat ng students required na magsuot ng uniform at dapat maayos na maayos yung itsura mo. Walang pakalat-kalat na estudyante. At dapat kapag papasok sa classroom ay sabay-sabay ang pag-greet at pagdating naman sa klase, dapat lahat ay nakikipag-participate para kapag dating ng evaluation or kapag in-evaluate yung teacher or yung school, maganda ang magiging resulta. At kapag maganda ang resulta, ibig sabihin, epektibo yung concept or way ng pagtuturo ng teacher. The remaining levels of curriculum implementation will be discussed by Miss Laika Marcel. Thank you for listening.